Have y'all ever had any dealings with the Amish mafia? Well, I have, and I'm going to tell y'all about it. So Jared Simpson said that Kyle Perkins was a way better storyteller than me. It's not that I don't have any stories. I've got all kinds of stories. I just didn't think anybody cared to listen to them. Go back 22 years, a young 15, 16-year-old Wes. This story's 100% true. 100%. There's not a fabrication in this story. I had about 4 friends. The Amish called us English. So I had 4 English friends, and I had a bunch of Amish friends. So I had one Amish friend in particular. His name was Harvey Miller, and he's on this app. He can verify this story. So they had a big old party. Big party. I don't know if you know this about the Amish, but they're pretty good at parties. So there was a wedding coming up. And the night before the wedding and the night of the wedding, some pretty big parties. I did not attend this party because I did not like the guy that was getting married. He was a prick. And Harvey can tell you that. He'll remember who it was. So I told Harvey over the years, I said, Harvey, if you ever get caught with something you're not supposed to have, like a radio or a phone or a camera or a harmonica or anything like that, you just tell him it was mine. Tell him I gave it to you and tell him it was mine. Keep you from getting in as much trouble as you could get in. So they have this big party. They got digital cameras. They're all snapping pictures. They're all playing the harmonicas. They're all drinking. They're all puffing on white smokes. Yeah, they're just doing a bunch of stuff they're not supposed to be doing. And again, I was not there. I never gave Harvey anything, but I give him the excuse that if you ever get caught, go ahead and just tell him Wes did it. Well, somehow that excuse got out to everybody, the whole entire Amish community. And I'm talking about people from Pennsylvania, New York, Kentucky, Tennessee. All the people was at that party. There was, I don't know, 50, 60, 70 people, all teenagers. Well, one of the girls got caught with the camera, a digital camera that had all the evidence on it. So whenever the old men got a hold of that camera and they started flipping through the pictures, they seen all the guilty parties. You can take a pretty good sized Amish community and you can imagine how many teenagers were in trouble. And I mean in big trouble. Well, when they started questioning them, my name came up a lot. They started saying, oh, Wes gave us those harmonicas, and Wes gave us those cameras, and Wes gave us those phones. Remind you, I never gave him anything. I only gave Harvey the excuse to use if he was in trouble. Here comes the Amish mafia, the 2 old hitmen, the enforcers. Here they come with their Amish buggy down our driveway. And I was fishing at the pond. Had no idea what they was coming down there for. Didn't pay it no mind. So I just kept on fishing. My dad met them out at the front porch, and they got to talking. And after about 20, 30 minutes, I just decided I would walk up there. So I walked up there to see what was going on. Well, they were just getting finished with their conversation, and they were walking off. And I said, hey, guys, how y'all doing? They walked right past me. I mean, they wouldn't even look at me. I walked up to Dad. I'm like, what was that about? My dad was like, well, son, they don't want you around their children anymore. They don't want you around their boys. They don't want you around their teenagers. They just don't want you around anymore. Because they were like, I was going to play volleyball with them. I was going to weddings. I was going to their shindigs, their parties. We just hang out. They were some of my best friends. So they said, no more. Not allowed. He's not allowed to come around anymore. Which was pretty upsetting to me and to my friends that were Amish. So they shunned me. They didn't threaten me. And my dad never said they did anyways. But they shunned me. And when the Amish shun you, they have no communication with you. They do not ask you for anything. They don't talk to you. They don't speak to you. So for months, every time I would be driving in my little pickup truck down the road, the old man Bishop, he would break his neck, turning his head not to look at me. That's what he would do. And you can ask Jared Simpson. I got a little bit of the autism. I'm a little bit touched. So I wave at everybody. Like I wave at every car that I pass on the highway. I wave at tractors. I wave at cows. I wave at people's empty houses just in case they're looking out the window. So every time I'd meet these Amish, I'd throw my hand up and I'd wave. Well, they'd break their neck looking away from me. So me and my buddy Steven, who wasn't an Amish, he was an English, we're cruising around one night, just up and down the road one evening. Here comes old man Bishop and one of the deacons, just in their little convertible buggy. Their Surrey is what they called a convertible buggy. And they see us coming, we see them coming, and Steven said, "Are they still shunning you?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "We're going to fix that." And now, I'm a preacher man now, so I do not condone this, okay? So we just give them the double birds, baby. The real ones, because I was a teenager at the point. He was hanging out his side of the truck with the double birds, and I was hanging out my side of the truck with the double birds. And believe it or not, them two old guys looked at me. They looked, and they went they stared at us the whole way. They never waved or nothing. And then that bishop moved off, and the new bishop came in, and I was unshunned at that point. But yeah, it was a messed up deal. It was, and I have a lot of stories about the Amish that parties and just different things that y'all might want to hear about. I don't know if you do or not. They're 100% true. I didn't make any of this stuff up. There's a whole list of pretty interesting stories about the Amish that y'all might want to know. Just let me know if you want to hear any more of them.